morning, everybody. How are you all today? It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. We are dealing with a very warm entry into October. I think I shared that with you last week that we were scheduled for July like temperatures for a few days at the beginning of October. And I believe we are here. I have not been outside yet, but my leather bag lady weather report, spidey senses are telling me it's going to be a really warm day. But we'll talk more about that after today's bag. So red is not a color I get a lot of. I do have a lot of, well, not a lot, but I do have a selection of red bags just because I have been doing this for such a long time that when I do find red, I tend to grab it. It definitely is a color in my show experiences dealing with the public face to face. Red is one of the first colors that I go through, that I sell out of. People tend to they tend to gravitate toward it for some reason. And I do have a lot of customers who want to challenge themselves to use a red bag. I will not sell a bag to somebody that I don't think is going to use it. Might not be the best business model in the world, but I would rather my customers use their bags than have them sit in the closet. Now, I have bags that are in the closet, but I do use them. I don't use them every day. Maybe I will for a week or two or whatnot, but I like to see stuff being used. Otherwise, why buy it? So if somebody doesn't buy the bag, somebody else will. There is somebody for every bag that I have. I just have to get them out there to the customers. And that is the story about this little beauty today. How unique is this? So let's unpack this little bag. So the brand is Nicole. Don't know anything about it. I've dated it a 60s bag, and that telltale sign for me, you've got this great little pull here, is the interior. It's just that textured. There's your brand. Like I said, don't know anything about it. I've Googled it. There are some other Nicole bags out there, but there's not a lot of information. There is a zipper pull. It is made in Korea, so that just kind of screams to the vintage. Two really nice size compartments, another slip on the front, but the highlight for me is this little, you know what it looks like to me? You know those things we used to put ice in back in the day to put ice on our shoulder or whatever, and this would be the cap. It's just so unique. It is a real fire engine red. The strap is a little bit adjustable. It is not a buckle of sorts. It's a little unique. You don't see this type of strap hardware very often. It's not a crazy long bag. I think it's 21-inch strap drop. It's higher sitting, but you know what? If you absolutely had to put it across your body because you wanted your hands free, you could do it. Not a problem. So I've measured this bag from the widest point because really, it is going to sit. But just this little accent is just brilliant. Now, when I got the bag, there were some dry areas that I recolored and conditioned. And and the quilted element in the front here. It's just got so much going on. So there we go. That is today's fabulous 1960s red leather by Nicole shoulder bag. So there we go. So this weekend was not at all what we were expecting. Pius had a cortisone shot on Friday. If you were with me on Friday, you know that he had his WSIB appointment, which has been a long time coming, and they gave him a cortisone shot, and he was probably as close to tears with this pain as he has ever been. We were supposed to go to, there was a number of reasons that I didn't go to my high school reunion on Saturday. If I had planned to go, we wouldn't have gone anyway because Pius was just so sore. There's no way. And I didn't want to go on my own, but everybody had a wonderful time Saturday night. It looks like the pictures are on Facebook. And I actually, Keith is a young man, or Keith is a buddy of mine from high school that actually I met on a dating site. Actually, we were not ever intending to date, but we just recognized each other, and we, played a little bit. Hey, how you doing? Because he had a kilt on, and he recognized me more than I recognized him. And then it turned out he was actually at that time living in a house that I had once owned here in Hamilton. So we connected, we went for coffee, and we stayed in touch. And he went to the reunion on Saturday night, and I noticed he didn't have his lovely lady with him. Now, Marguerite is a very Scottish girl, and I only just met her recently because she works out at my gym. And I think I mentioned it on camera. I said, "Are you Marguerite?" She's like, "Yes, and who's asking?" And we went to Swiss Chalet last night, and who was our fantastic waitress but Marguerite? A little bit of a side hustle. And I said to her, "How come you didn't go to the reunion?" She goes, "Nobody had their partners there." And I was like, "Well, mine would have been there if I had been able to go." So it was kind of neat to see that everybody did have a great time, and I do regret a little bit not going, but there's no way I was leaving Pius by himself, and there was no way he would have enjoyed himself. So hopefully we'll get another opportunity to do the reunion thing. Our official 40th year anniversary is 2026. And we were the first graduating class of this brand new high school. So I'm hoping that the Halton Catholic School Board will do something to commemorate the 40th year of that first high school class graduating. So we had a very slow weekend. Pius, like I said, he just could not. He didn't know what to do, whether to sit, stand. It was just, mosquitoes were still crap. We had every intention of fogging our lot. We drove out of our way to get the liquid, and then we realized we didn't have any two-stroke oil because it's a gas-powered fogger that we have. So we didn't get a chance to fog. I got one mosquito bite. It's almost like a collagen injection on my cheekbone here. But that was it, actually. We spent quite a bit of time in the trailer, which when we arrived yesterday, even more damage had taken place. One of the wall sections on my side of the bed has actually bowed out enough that I can put my hand in behind it. So we're going to explore some options to see if we have any type of legal recompense, because that shouldn't happen. Yes, we have to take an element of responsibility because we could have done more to make sure that the trailer was fine. But in my experience, and I mean, maybe I'm naive, I could be, but in my experience, I've been told that there was an issue, and then it's up to me whether I want to go by my own gut feeling or call in a specialist to let me know whether A, it has been repaired properly, B, there is going to be continued issues. But we didn't even get that opportunity because we were not told that there were issues with the trailer. And we did a little bit of a tour around the park because there's lots of trailers for sale right now. And we actually found our identical trailer. And I asked Pius to stop the golf cart. I got off because I wanted to see what the seams should look like. And what did we discover? We got to the same section on the end of this trailer, and the exact same repair looks like it has taken place. So at this point, I know it's only 2 trailers, but I'm going to suggest that it is and was a manufacturer's defect, which 6-7 years later means nothing, but it is definitely something that was an issue and was repaired. And at this moment in time, I don't know if it was repaired by them or they got somebody in to repair it. But we also discovered that the front end of our tip out is 3 to 5 inches. It has fallen 3 to 5 inches. It just keeps getting better, folks. So we've got some ideas on what we're doing. We've had to kind of rework our plan because as I said to Pius, I am not spending a fortune fixing this trailer when it is just too far gone. If it was a leak, okay, fine. But now we have, the actual tip out that is falling down. And we just need to find a way to move on from this. I think we've learned a massive lesson. But as I said, we do have a couple of avenues that we're going to try to see if we can't, get some restitution. But anyway, so what is on the elliptical today? So I've shown you 2 of the prune bags that I had. Now this I have shown you briefly prior to me cleaning it up. So this is another prune bag. A little bit of scratching, so I could see having a little bit of recoloring here. But it's such a cool, it's like a little doctor's bag. There you go. Prune, tiny little. I mean, I could probably list all 3 of these prune bags as vintage. I'm pretty sure I could because this little foam pouch is definitely early 2000s. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I hadn't planned to mark them as vintage, but so that is the first bag that was on the elliptical. I didn't work out in the gym this morning. I woke up and I pulled my back. So the thought of walking into the gym didn't really excite me. So I took everything off the elliptical and I did my little bit of cardio here. I did some light bicep, tricep. And now I'm going to be going to the post office soon because I have a couple of bags to mail out. And I will be going to collect my clients. But one more elliptical bag. So this is a Liz Claiborne. Little bit of work for me to do in the corners. I love the color. It's this really light. Oh, so this is a pocket. It is a real pocket. So I will be working on this bad boy. I think I had washed it, but it does need some recoloring. And the black one does too. So I'm going to take them off and put them back in my work pile. And these 2 beauties will get some TLC. So that is about it. Yeah, we ended up coming home early yesterday. We were supposed to connect with a friend of Pius's that is here from New Waterford, but we didn't get a call from him, so that didn't happen, which was fine. We went to bed at 9 o'clock last night because Pius is not sleeping, as you know, and we just had a very kind of lazy weekend. We had a lot of fun with our neighbors Friday night, Brian and Melissa and their kids, or Melissa's kids. And then Saturday we had the evening all to ourselves. There was a musician and a dance at the park. We thought about going, but Pius just was in no state of mind to go. So Anyway, that is it for me. I'm going to say goodbye for today. The cold sore is looking pretty gnarly, but we're on the tail end of it, hopefully. And I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful day with my clients, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.